as an aeronautical information officer. Thank you.
Okay. The next person.
My name is Philip Osemi. I work as a procurement officer at Cargo Ghana Limited.
Okay, that's fine. Who else?
My name is Sarafina Opon. I work with Comsys Ghana Limited. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah,
name is
my name
Who
is
else?
Michael. Yes, my name is Michael Ofori. Iribi. Yeah, I own a law firm.
A law firm.
Yes, please.
That means you're a lawyer, right?
No, please.
You're not a lawyer, but you own a law firm. Yeah. It
Yes.
can happen so. Oh, that's good. That's great. Okay. Who else?
Yeah, my name is Isaac Gar, Ghana Health Service, Procurement Officer.
Ghana has procurement officer. Okay, that's good.
I am Sarah Esinam Dugba.
Okay.
Ghana TVS.
Okay. Who else? I can see Isaac Gar. Isaac Gar.
I've mentioned my name. Isaac,
Okay.
yeah, Isaac Gar, Ghana Health Service, Procurement Officer.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They all come to costing techniques, and I know the course will be very, very interesting for you to, for you to learn. So today we are just going to look at the various areas you'll be covering, and then you will see what we can do. I'm not done. You see, Papa, okay? No, we are still going to make it. I'm saying bye bye, okay? I'll teach. I'm going to teach you. Oh. So these are the areas we'll be covering. We talk about the basic costing concepts. So the basic costing concepts, our new students will have to know what is the basic costing concepts. Basic costing concepts. Cost definitions like what's fixed or variable cost, semi-variable cost, or what I mean, you learn that one. You learn cost classifications. You know, some costs are fixed that irrespective of the changes in output, they do not vary. They do not vary. But some costs also vary as output changes, And then that is it. So we will learn all these things, fixed and variable costs, what they are. When we talk about costing techniques, what they are. We also talk about how to classify cost, classification of costs, the various classification of costs, how costs are being classified. We have direct and indirect costs, direct and indirect costs, direct and indirect costs, direct and indirect costs. Some of the costs that are directly related to what the costs. the production of what? They are costs that are directly related to the production of goods or services or render of services, or costs that can be traced to a particular product or a service is termed a direct cost. A direct cost. So a carpenter who is working on what? On the table, the production of the table. So on the direct cost, the wood, the cost of the wood can be termed a direct cost. The cost of the carpenter working on that particular production on that particular table can be called a direct labor cost. The expenses that we incur in the purchase of the nails, what to repair the tables or the chair can also be termed a direct expense. Direct expense. So you learn all those direct and indirect costs, okay? And also learn about products and period costs. Which costs are product costs and which costs are period costs. I can give you some list of costs and ask you to classify them. Classify these costs as direct or indirect costs. I can give you some list of costs, about 15 cost items, and ask you to classify them as direct or indirect costs. I can ask you to also classify some list of costs as product or period costs. So you have to be very, very careful about these things. Well, here we learn about costing methods. The various methods that are deployed in costing methods. We have for job costing. You learn what's called job costing. What is called job costing? We also learn what is called process costing, whereby you cost average over many units. Okay. We have activity-based costing, ABC, also known as ABC. We also learn that one too. Then we move on to costing techniques. We have marginal costing. Marginal costing techniques. We learn them. We have what we call absorption costing techniques. We also learn them. Whereby the marginal costing techniques focuses on variable costs. For example, deciding to accept a special order at a discount. All these things will be considered. The absorption costing that considers both fixed and variable costs will also be considered. We also talk about standard costing. What is standard costing? So all these 4 items are kinds of costing techniques we are going to consider. Marginal costing technique, absorption costing technique, and standard costing technique. All these things are what we also consider these things. They are very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. We move on to what you call cost volume profit analysis, CPV analysis, whereby we talk about the assumptions of the break-even or CPV assumptions. What are the various assumptions that govern the CPV analysis? We also talk about break-even analysis. Break-even analysis. What is break-even analysis in business? What is break-even analysis? What is it? What are some of the assumptions of break-even analysis? What are some of the uses or importance of break-even analysis? And what are some of the limitations associated with break-even analysis? We also tackle this particular one. one. Tackle this particular one. Under break-even analysis, you consider what is called contribution margin, whereby contribution is the difference between the selling price of a product and the variable cost of the product. Contribution. What is contribution? Contribution. So you also study that one. It's very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. So these are some of what the CPV, what technique we are going to consider. Under this one, we saw some practical questions. I can give you some transactions as you should compute the contribution per unit, contribution in total, the total contribution per unit. I mean, if there's a target profit of this, what will be the goods to be sold to meet the target profit of that? What is the selling price per unit of this product? What is the total sales? And all those things. You consider these things under the CPV analysis. We also talk about some relevant costing decisions. Okay? So relevant costing for some decision making in what the business. You shouldn't forget costing techniques are there to make available information for informed decision making in the organization. Informed decision making in the organization. So that is going to be it. That's going to. So we talk about make or buy decision. We talk about make or buy decision. Should a Ghanaian SME manufacture or outsource components? Okay. Yes. If you are in a business and you are manufacturing, should you continue manufacturing? Okay. Or should you outsource it from what? Or should you outsource it from what? Outside. If not outside, or should you even buy it from another firm to your firm and then sell? Is that how it should be? Make or buy decision. And then the special orders. Should a Ghana brewery accept an order at a lower price for export, or it should continue to produce? All these are things we're going to consider. We're going to consider. We also consider limiting factors, scarce sources. Example, allocating cocoa beans between chocolate and what? Between chocolate versus what? Export in Ghana, okay? Allocating cocoa beans between chocolate versus what? Exporting in Ghana. So if you are to allocate the cocoa beans in the production of what? Chocolates in Ghana here, or you are to export the cocoa beans, which one will be the best option? And what are some of the limiting factors? So we consider all these things. Budgeting basics. We also talk about the types of budgets: sales budget, production budget, cash budgets. Okay, for example, budgeting for a small Accra market store. What are some of the things you have to consider? All these things will be taken into account. Flexible versus fixed budget. What are they? What are the components of those budgets? You consider all these things. Then you consider some Ghana specific examples to use. Maybe Tema oil refinery, costing different production products. Are you using job costing versus process costing? When it comes to the Ghana Cocoa Board, costing cocoa beans, processing versus exporting. Local SMEs, costing for a Ghanaian bakery versus what? tailor or versus what carpenter. All these things are what? All these things are area you're going to consider. When it comes to mobile money services, custom transaction processing, whereby MTN mobile money, Vodafone, and all those things, you consider some examples for us to see. So these are basically some of the areas we cover. If there's a need for me to add more areas, I'll do that. Any questions? With regards to this? Small presentation I've made. Any questions with regards to this? Any questions?
No questions, sir.
No, sir.
At my side.
That's fine. That's good. So this is the first week, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the general course outline you're going to consider. So you can pick it and go and then maybe say small on it. Next week, we do intensive lectures. Are you okay?
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
please.
sir. Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
That's
So are
good.
we going to get a
So
copy
we
of
meet
it,
next
or
week.
we should just take a screenshot?
I'll
I
send
was
it to you
asking
to the
if
group.
you.
Now so you have it. Class rep,
Okay.
yeah. Rep, the name of your group is wrong. You said the question you have made it you. I've asked you to correct it.
It has been changed.
So you make it costing techniques, okay? Make it costing techniques.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so you can, so I'll give you the detailed course outline, okay? I'll post the detailed course
Okay, sir.
outline with regards to the grading system, the reading materials that you have to read. Are you okay? Some rules
Yes,
that you have
please.
to, some rules with regards to cheating in examination, cheating and plagiarism. All these things will be made available to you so that if you cheat, you know the consequences.
Okay, sir.
If you plagiarize by going to copy a work for me, when I give you assignment, you know the consequences. And you must also
Okay, sir.
know the marks that will be allocated to you as continuous assessment versus the marks that you will obtain at the end of the final examination.
What notice, sir?
And then you must know the sort of books to read and the sort of site to visit so that you wouldn't be reading, things that will not help you. Are you okay?
Okay, sir.
That's good. So I will send to this group a detailed course outline that will guide you for this particular course. I
All right.
know
Thank you very much, sir.
with your guidance and with your cooperation, we have a very successful class. And nobody will be a casualty. Everybody will pass in the name of Allah.
Amen. 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 God really bless what you said, and it will really come to reality, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Amen. Okay, so enjoy the rest of the day, okay?
Yes, please. Thank you, sir.
A very nice week. Have a very nice week.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr.
And
Lawyer,
happy Father's Day to
you
you,
can
sir.
the lawyer should chat me, okay? Lawyer, chat me. I have something to discuss with you. Lawyer, the one who has a law firm. What's the
Okay,
name?
yes, sir. Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, chat me backstage,
Yes.
okay?
Okay, I'll do that, please. I'll
Okay.
do that.
All right.
Thank you.
Then thank
That's
you very
fine.
much, sir.
Okay, enjoy the rest of the day and then have a very nice week, okay?
You too, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We have closed there. Hey. Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, I know.
You don't want to close. Stay here.
You don't want to
No.
close me there.
Let me say, I didn't hear later. What I heard of bye, so Charlie.
You didn't
Okay,
hear
it's
this. They are
raining
looking
here.
for you. They are looking for you. Lawyer, they are
And
looking
I'm
for
going
you.
to show me what's in there.
On the, on
Secretary. Secretary, chatting. Secretary,
Michael,
chatting.
when you court case, also made you man why?
I mean, I feel like I was for secretary. Now it's me. I hear you. No, we need
I from the secretary that way you born that way in your case
for the Shabby.
who you there.
He's looking for you. Lawyer. You own a
Oh,
law firm.
Philip. Me take tomato. Who there?
I remember them ahead. Off the show. What's the show?
And I do chatting. Why? Yeah, and I do chatting.
Which I think I show bad you go.
My.
The meeting is being recorded, though.
Bye.
And the mama, you be sure on the other side, right?